hating, but they wanted 300 pounds for us to take a big camera in. But as far as a small phone camera, it's fine. So I have footage that I took on my iPhone. So hopefully it looks good. And here I'm just waiting before we enter. We just got our tickets. And we're gonna go inside and we're gonna go see this queen that is a historical monument and everything. And yeah, so let's go.
Hatshepsut, she's the first lady in a history. She ruled Egypt like a man. And in ancient Egypt, it wasn't acceptable at all for a lady to become a king. That is the first thing. The second thing, look for these photos to the right side, showing us the temple was completely destroyed. Considered to be like 80% of Hatshepsut temple restoration. We rebuilt the temple. Why destroyed? What is her story? How she became the king of Egypt? Really, to understand the story of Queen Hatshepsut, it's very confusing story because the relation between Hatshepsut and her family is a confusing relation. So I will write for you some names. Look, it was a king, his name Moses first. This king, he married two ladies. He married a queen and a second wife. That she's not from the royal family, okay? The queen, she born for him a girl, Hatshepsut. The second wife, she born for him a boy, his name Thutmose II, the same name of his father. Thutmose I, he has his daughter Hatshepsut from his royal wife, and he has his son Thutmose II from his second wife. Thutmose I survived as a king for 15 years, then he died. Now, we have a boy and we have a girl. Who should be the king after him? The boy who should be the king after his father. But the boy, he has a problem. What is his problem? His mom. His mom is not from the royal family. This is a big trouble in ancient Egypt. If your mom is not a queen, you can't rule Egypt. So only one choice for him to legitimate his position on the throne of Egypt, marry his half-sister. He married her. So Thutmose II, he married from his half-sister Queen Hatshepsut, and he survived as a king only for 7 years, and he died 35 years old. He was very young when he died. But he left a child, his name Thutmose III, is a baby 7 years old. He was his son from another wife, not from Hatshepsut. So Hatshepsut is the step-mom of Thutmose III, not his mom. Got it? He's a stepmom. He's a child 7 years old. His mom is not from the royal family. So Hatshepsut said, no, this is not his right to become a king. I'm a daughter of a king. I'm carrying the royal blood. That's my turn. So she put the child away and she became a king. So for ancient Egyptian, they will never accept her as a lady to become a king. So Queen Hatshepsut, she needs some propaganda to support her position on the throne of Egypt. The first thing, she dressed like a man. Short kilt, false beard, the crown of Upper Lower Egypt.
She grew a beard?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know she's a woman, but she did this stuff to convince the people that she was to become a king. She took a title of a man, not a title of a lady. She built her tomb in the Valley of the Kings, not in the Valley of the Queens. What is more interesting about her? She invented the stories that she was born from the god. That means God Amon-Ra, the sun, the god of the sun, decided to choose a normal lady to have her. So he married from her mom, and her mom, she get pregnant from the god. It's similar to the story of Jesus Christ. She has a divine birth. She born from the god, half human, half god. Everybody believed in her. She succeeded, and she became the king of Egypt for 22 years. That's his long reign. She did something very important to Egypt. She's the first king in Egypt who sent a commercial expedition to Somalia in Africa to buy trees, wild animal, perfume, donkeys. Do you know we don't have donkeys before Hatshepsut? Hatshepsut brought the donkey from Somalia to Egypt. She died, she was 55 years old. She didn't marry after her husband's death because she was afraid if she married another man, he will take the throne of Egypt from her hands. Fine? The child, Thutmose III, now he grew up and he finds that Queen Hatshepsut, she took his right to become a king. So what he decided to do? To destroy everything for Queen Hatshepsut. So why is this photo showing us the destruction which happened to the temple? By her stepson. He cancelled her figures, her cartouche, her statues. He wanted to make the people forget that the Queen Hatshepsut, she ruled Egypt instead of him. So he deleted the memory of a Queen Hatshepsut. Okay? What is more funny about this queen? I told you Thutmose III, who is her stepson. She was his aunt because she was a sister of his father. And she was his mother-in-law because at the end he married from her daughter. Yeah, so she's his stepmom, his aunt, mother-in-law at the same time, and he destroyed her temple too. What else? The engineer who built this temple for her, after he finished building the temple, she killed him. Think as a lady, I'm your engineer, I built a fantastic temple for you consisting of 3 floors cut inside the mountain. After this work, you have to kill me.
Oh, he told her to kill?
She killed him.
He told her to
No,
kill?
no. I'm just telling you that is, if I'm your engineer and I did something for you unique, why you kill me? That's the question I'm asking you. So why Queen Hatshepsut, she killed the architect? The architect was the lover of Queen Hatshepsut. She was in a relationship with her architect, and when the people start to gossip about this relationship, so she was scared to lose her power, so she killed her lover. Why we are sure of this? The first thing, he built his tomb under the temple of the queen. It wasn't common in ancient Egypt. Architect has a power to build a tomb under the temple. No way. The size of his tomb, that is the size of a tomb of a king, not a tomb of architect. A massive tomb for him. What else? We found the statue for the architect embracing Hatshepsut's daughter in his hands like that. Only the dad and his daughter who can do this position in ancient Egypt. So 100% the engineer was the father of her daughter, not her brother. Because impossible to have a normal child from her half brother, was the second. So the father of her daughter is the architect. Look. That is the statue that we found for the architect with Hatshepsut's daughter. Okay? And so many workers, you were making fun that the Queen Hatshepsut, she has a sexual relation with the architect, so she were depicting these things in papyrus paper, so that's why we are to hide the secret. Do you like her? I like her.
How long after did she kill him? How long after? Right after the...
She was the king of Egypt for 22 years. He built the temple in 18 years, so I think she stayed 4 years later after she killed him.
Oh wow,
She died
ruthless.
when she was 55. Okay?
Okay, we're off to go see this queen. Hi, cartoon. Oh, sure. About to go see the tomb of Hatshepsut. We're not too far from the Valley of the Kings, you guys. Pretty close. Just maybe 2 minutes drive.
That is the sanctuary, the most sacred place in Gaza today. That is where we offer to the gods inside it. And maybe if we count the mountain from here direct, we will be behind her tomb in Palestine. So this has the same access to her tomb.
Oh, so we could go. Right.
Still, it will
Wow. What are you pointing at? Oh. Oh. Wow. Really interesting.
Now, what is it? Now, what is it? Is it? Children. Sorry? Speak English? Yeah. Just look at the picture. That's what, see? No, this is close. Oh, see. Just see. What else does?
Oh.
It's okay if we got one here on my say it.
That's funny.
Your work is not so good like the Egyptian restoration too, because you saw the statues out there. Some parts of the queen is better than the second part. هذه كيف وايد
Carving.
Yeah.
And what stone is this again?
كيف لاين long line.
طلع من كذا مكان.
ايوه
محمد غزير.
المحمود
بعدين جاي
Hey, just finished seeing the Queen Functions Temple. Most likely seeing her. Well, not seeing her, but seeing the temple they built for her, I should say. Now we are in this trolley thing on the way back, going to our next stop, you guys. It's hot as heck, sweating in places you ain't supposed to be sweating, but this is what it is. We in Egypt, baby. We in the heat of the motherland. So it's all good. All good, honey. So yeah, y'all. Stay tuned. I got so much more in store. My day ain't over yet.